We're now being joined by one of Local 237's members, one of the people who make New York City and Long Island work. And Dominick works for the Department of Sanitation. Dominick, welcome to Reaching Out.
Thank you.
Before we begin, tell us, how did you get started as a cement mason? Tell us about your background. What led you to this trade?
Well, when I was 17, still going to school, I got a job in the summer in high-rise construction. They were allowing kids that were going to school to work, and I liked it, and that was my ruination. I didn't go back to college. I started at 18 as a concrete laborer, and it was just after that, just stay with the union from 18 years old till the present. I'm going to be 60 this year.
Well, Dominick, tell us the different unions you belong to, and take us through your work history and your job history and what led you to the Department of Sanitation.
Okay. Well, I started out, like I said, as a concrete laborer. But then in the mid-'70s, the whole industry went dead. I had to work for a while, just got married, bought a house, had a daughter, a premature daughter, wound up being deaf, had a lot of trouble, and it was tough. And the union bailed me out because even though I was out of work then, my daughter was born, and I still had the coverage. I had the coverage for a year and a half back then. So that helped me out tremendously. And then after that, I wound up going private sanitation because, like I said, there was nothing around, and I got in the union there, Teamsters union. I did that for about 13 years, and then I got the job with the city. Homeless services, then I went to the fire department, now the Department of Sanitation.
Now, when we hear the Department of Sanitation, we think of picking up sanitation, trash. What does the Department of Sanitation need with cement masons? What do you do?
Okay. There's trip hazards all over. And we do concrete work. We break it up, put the rebar in, lay the concrete, finish it. So we do that. We do brick, block work, plastering, trucks back into walls all the time.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you repair what the trucks break.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Now I know.
In the wintertime, they spread the salt. There's salt everywhere, eats up all the concrete, and we have to redo it again.
Okay.
So it keeps us busy.
And the smile on your face that our radio audience can't see tells me that you really enjoy doing what you're doing.
I do, but I'm getting tired of it. Yeah, I'm getting old, and it's long. I've been doing it a long time.
You're a member of Local 237.
Yeah.
Tell us how you think other union members can get involved to make the union better.
The first step would be going to the meetings. Once you go to the meetings, you start finding out about different things. I just recently went to a retirement session, and I learned a lot because I'm going to be ready to retire in the next couple of years, and it's excellent. They tell you everything you need to know. Really good.
And I know one thing you learned is retiring is a job in and of itself because you have to pick your health insurance, you have to pick your plan, you have to know how much money is coming in. With your pension, you have to know how to budget yourself because you're going to be on fixed income and so on and so on. And if you want to move, you got to know where you're going to move, the services. So you just can't retire. No. Retiring is a job. No. You have to research retirement.
And it's a pleasure that we're with a union because now you got security the rest of your life. You got a pension. You have something. You got benefits. It's great being in a union.
Is there anything that you want to tell our audience about your life in public service?
My life in public service. I don't know.
It's fulfilling.
It is. It was. I tell you, when I was with the fire department, it was really, really great. I enjoyed that the most out of the three agencies, and just doing all the work, all the fancy work, and all the firehouses. It made me feel good inside doing it. All the kitchens, the tile work that we did, the mud jobs, floors. We did beautiful work there, and it was like a fulfillment working there. It was very nice. And then plus what went on with 9/11, being down there with the guys and everything, it was something very nice.
Thank you, Dominick.
Okay.
That's all the time we have for this segment of Reaching Out. I want to really thank Dominick Bueti for coming to Reaching Out, sharing with us his experiences being a cement mason for the Department of Sanitation. Dominick, thank you for coming to Reaching Out.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.